Let's talk a little bit about this. And one of the things I think it might get confused a little bit, intoxicated driving can also include other things other than just alcohol.
John, that's such a great point. A lot of people confuse this. Even if you are on a prescription medication, but you're out there driving and you're impaired, the key is if you're driving impaired. And if you are driving impaired and you get pulled over for that, or if you get into an accident and you hurt somebody as a result of that impairment, then you've got real problems. The law that applies to an accident involving alcohol or drugs or impairment is very different. And Freddie, tell the folks a little bit about how different it is, an accident versus an accident involving someone who's intoxicated in terms of punishment or what can happen.
That's right. So in the civil side, we have a spectrum of people that may be negligent. We have the bartender that served the alcohol. We have at the bar that employ the bartender, and even the security personnel that allow someone to leave the establishment while visibly intoxicated. And visibly intoxicated, we're going to be talking a lot about it tonight, because that is the operative words of the dram shop law in Alabama.
Yeah, John, there's two situations under dram shop where a bar can find itself in trouble. One is what Freddie mentioned, serving someone visibly intoxicated, and that doesn't just mean alcohol. If they're in there and they've been doing drugs, that counts. But also if they serve someone under the age of 21. So those are the two things where a bar can find itself in a difficult position if someone leaves intoxicated and hurts somebody.
You know, you talk about a bar, a business establishment, but some of these laws, I guess they extend to private parties as well, right?
Not as much.
Okay.
Usually you have to, it's a liquor license is what triggers the dram shop laws. But Freddie, you could tell the folks about that.
Yeah, so what we're talking about is the social host situation. And social hosts are normally not liable except if they're serving an underage person, someone under 21 in Alabama. If you host a party in your house and you're serving someone that is underage and that person is injured or injures somebody else, you may be liable.
You know, when you talk about driving under the influence and you have an accident and God forbid you hurt someone,
right.
It's different from a different type of traffic accident. It triggers a whole host of problems for that person.
It does. And Freddie, tell the folks a little bit about that and what kind of punishments you could find or damages that you may end up paying.
Correct. So the Alabama Dram Shop Act is mainly in place to punish the person who overserves somebody that is visibly intoxicated. So when we go to the jury, we're going to be asking for punitive damages to punish the negligence of the person dispensing of the alcohol.
And we're talking about bars and restaurants, but also the driver. The driver doesn't get to escape responsibility as a result of some bar's negligence. The driver is also responsible for the same kind of damages, punitive damages. I mean, you can end up finding yourself in a very, very difficult financial situation drinking and driving.